National Freshman of the Year for the NFCA out of Daphne, Alabama. And you see the line last night, 40 pitches and 2 1/3, but really delivered some key outs to wrap it up for the Tide.
She came on to close the door for Alabama, and she used her stuff. You see there, she's got the elite velocity. It's going to be up over 70 miles an hour. Likes to work the zone up and down, and she'll spot her fastball as well. But again, it's that fire in the circle that really differentiates her as a star.
First pitch swing by Quincy Lelio. 63 degrees at first pitch, and here's the lineup for the Gamecocks, looking for more production from the back half of the order. 1 through 5, 6 for 19 last night. 6 through 9, just 2 for 11. And quickly 0-2 on Lelio, redshirt senior from Oceanside, California. Second year in the program after transferring in from Oklahoma. One for 4 in game 1 with a single. Last night, Kaylee, we saw South Carolina's game plan of aggressiveness. They swung at the first pitch a lot early against Brisky. We'll see if that's a similar type of idea against Moten here in game 2.
Yeah, the first 9 batters swinging at the first pitch, they came out really aggressive, and they had some success, some hard hit balls against Jocelyn Brisky. To your point, Gray, Vic Moten a little bit more wild, and I think that you might see them be more patient today. Either way, it's developing that plan and sticking to it no matter what, trusting what you're going up there to do.
Lelio, a very good eye, has drawn 36 walks this season. Entered the weekend 7th in the conference in that stat. And a big first out with this next hitter stepping in for South Carolina.
Well, it's all about setting the tone in the first inning, and that is setting the defensive tone of, hey, we're going to be making these plays all day long.
Inslee was aggressive on the first pitch. Tori Inslee, the junior from Franklin, North Carolina. Transfer from NC State. Last night, 2 for 4 with a double. Really a great story. Had 4 home runs in her 2 years at NC State. Now leads South Carolina with 13 here this season.
With the power, but we've also seen her exploit the middle a little bit. She had a single back up the middle yesterday, and then this hit as well. Just finding holes and doing what she needs to do, whether it's scoring runs or working herself on base.
Infield single for Inslee on the 0-2, setting up Carly Shelton. Another first pitch swing, fouled back.
I love this approach from the Gamecocks. And, you know, sometimes when you have a star like Vic Moten in the circle, if you're not trusting your plan, you're second guessing, that's when you don't have success. But you can tell they are completely committed to what they're doing, trying to come up early in their at-bats, swing hard, swing at something in the zone.
This is looped out towards left. Long run for Vandegrift. 2 gone. Here's a look at the head coach for South Carolina, Ashley Chastain-Woodard. Second season at her alma mater after 5 years at Charlotte. Went to Supers last year. And mentioned with us pregame, she really likes that plan that Katie Rekovich-Browder, the hitting coach, has put together against these Alabama pitchers.
Absolutely, and trusts her staff to work with the hitters, work with the pitchers, and she's really in that manager role, but loved getting to know her and what she's bringing to this program, because the expectation is there. Making it to the Supers last year, and they want to make it to a World Series.
Also should say we're quite grateful to Coach Woodard for delivering the cinnamon rolls that we had last night.
Absolutely. She brought us some cinnamon rolls from Columbia, South Carolina. Very appreciative.
That would be the Divine Cinnamon Roll Deli for those around Columbia wanting to go check it out. Delicious.
Some free advertisement.
If they want to send some more our way, that'd be fun.
NIL. It's that time.
Whole new world. 2-1 on Ariana Rhodey. Senior out of Cranston, Rhode Island. Gold Glove winner last year at first base. Numbers have gone down a bit here this year and was 0 for 4 in game 1, but that does not reflect how well she hit the ball. Hit and run, fouled off.
Rhodey, one of those hitters that is a threat to leave the yard every time she swings the bat. That's why she's in this 4-hole.
Last year set the South Carolina single season home run record and the walks record at 17.
Last night, come in and set the tone in game 2 with a great first inning for your defense.
First pitch is high to Alexis Papillo, back leading the way for the Alabama offense. Couple changes elsewhere, though. Patrick Murphy moving up, Marley Giles, Jenny Young down to the 5 spot, and Brooke Wells in the 2-hole after an excellent Game 1 performance.
And today, I think Alabama hoping that Alexis Papillo can work her way on, because when she does, teams have to go at Brooke Wells. That's exactly what we saw last night. Papillo had a single, and South Carolina went at Brooke Wells, and she went yard for a 2-run bomb.
Papillo, the senior out of Crystal Lake, Illinois. Second year in Tuscaloosa after transferring in from UNI. Has designs of playing pro softball once her college career is done. Payoff from Friedel. Got her. Papillo chases the rise, 1 down.
This is Friedel's best stuff. She's working a rise ball, and when it's moving like this, she's going to have a good day. This pitch over the head almost of Alexis Papillo, but it has so much jump that it fools her, gets her swinging on 3-2. That's how you come back after last night and you set the tone. Her best stuff, looking really good.
We'll see how Friedel attacks Brooke Wells. Sophomore from Round Rock, Texas, the Houston transfer. You would think in the mix for all SEC and potentially SEC newcomer of the year. Down quickly 0-2. See the overall numbers, 21 home runs, 7 have come in conference play, including the 2-run shot last night.
Those numbers are just outstanding. I mean, putting up an All-American season here in her first year in Tuscaloosa, the 21 home runs, 58 RBIs. You got somebody like that in the middle of your lineup, you're going to have a lot of wins because they are consistently scoring you runs and a threat to leave the yard every time they get up there.
And important to note just how big a difference a year makes. And she had a good freshman year at Houston, but the slugging in particular, a massive uptick here in 2026.
Absolutely, and over doubling her home runs.
She chases the rise again. Friedel with back-to-back Ks to start off the bottom of the first.
This is a great sign for the Gamecocks because Friedel's rise ball is working, it's jumping, and it's fooling these hitters early.
So a good start for Friedel. 2 gone for Marley Giles. Senior out of Clanton, Alabama. 0 for 2 with a walk last night. That walk was wrapped up by a wild pitch from Friedel that allowed Pate to score.
Yeah, she just struggled to get settled in the game, but once she did, her stuff was working really well. You see her today getting settled a lot earlier from the first pitch.
With OU up 5-3, Aggies had the tying run at the plate before things were stopped. And now that game is going to get back underway in about 2 minutes in College Station. Our friends Beth Moens and Michelle Smith on the call there.
Huge game for standings going into the SEC tournament. Something we'll be watching on the side while we're calling this one. Always fun trying to keep up with what's going on around the league.
And the good news, everybody else pretty much goes late tonight, so a lot of softball to watch this evening. So that one's outside on Jamie McKay. And yeah, that suspension of game 1 has, I'm sure, Alabama and Florida on pins and needles to see if the Aggies can complete the comeback and keep the Gators and Crimson Tide regular season championship hopes alive. Popped up by McKay, and Hawkins will track it down for the first out.
Well, and we skipped over it a little bit, but 1,200 wins for Coach Walton, that's a lot of wins, and he's been at Florida a really long time, so congratulations to him on getting his 1,200th career win.
Good win last night, too. Rothrock was clutch at the end, and some big hits by Kendall Grover and Jocelyn Erickson. Always seems like anytime Florida and Georgia meet up on the diamond, it'll be interesting, whether it be regular season or NCAA tournament.
And just some historic programs within the SEC. You think back on battles that they've had. I remember the Super Regional with walk-off home run, 16 versus 1 down at Florida. That was just insane. And I think, you have a ton of those that you can look back on in this conference with programs like Alabama, Tennessee, LSU, just those really historical programs. So that history doesn't die. No matter who comes into the program, it doesn't die, and you remember that, and it's always a dogfight.
As the day goes on, I'm sure we'll talk more about Alabama's resume. The team has done well. South Carolina currently inside the top 25 of the RPI. They're almost certainly going to be a 2 seed, traveling somewhere, and hoping to utilize experiences learned this weekend in the postseason. Kai Byers fouls that one off. Here's what the Gamecocks have put together. Really strong strength of schedule. RPI is good. Got those 6 RPI top 25 wins. They'll be in the field. There was a chance with a great run this weekend, and in Lexington they could get on the back end of the hosting conversation, but problem for them, pretty much everybody else in the hosting conversation won last night.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a 2 seed in a regional, but with the way that they're peaking here at the end of the season, not a 2 seed that I would want coming to my regional.
There's Wells at first, 2 down. In steps the senior, Lexi Winters. Back to Moten. Cools the other side of the pillow to wrap up the second. PFP to end the top half, and now Alabama will come back to the plate on the other side. Top 25, you've got 7 wins against the RPI top 10. which the committee has highlighted in the past. There's the one real Q3, Q4 blemish against Samford, but otherwise a really impressive profile and a chance to add more quality wins against South Carolina this weekend.
Absolutely, and I think just getting better and better throughout the season. They've been pretty steady, pretty consistent. You see there with the 45 wins, but it's so key to be able to host at home, and I think Alabama will find themselves at home for 2 weekends in a row in front of the Rhodes House crowd.
Roman, nice piece of hitting to start things off. First hit for the Tide, lead off a board here in the second.
Roman just coming up, ready to hit. She gets a pitch over the white, doesn't do too much with it, just gets it out into the green. It's a rise ball on the outside corner, gets around it, puts it out there in the gap, works her way on base.
See what the call is for Jenna Young with Roman aboard. In a similar situation last night with a runner on second, Young did not try and bunt. She pulled it back this time. Junior out of Winterset, Iowa, the Iowa transfer. 0 for 3 in game 1. Hit and run foul.
Just beautifully placed by Jenna Young. She's trying to sacrifice. She's not trying to get on, but she deadens it with the handle. Neither of them end up getting it, and Jenna Young has a single.
Now 2 on, nobody out with Vandergriff coming up. If you're South Carolina, you've got to be thinking the All-American's probably going to try and lay something down again for Alabama.
Absolutely. You see the corners here pulled in, first and third, playing way up the line, knowing Vandergriff has speed, likely going to go back-to-back bunts.
There it is. It's popped up. Caught by Heath for out number 1.
The benefit of having a rise ball pitcher in the circle in a bunting situation, whenever you know a hitter is going to bunt, a lot of times the pitcher will go up and try to get them to pop up the bunt. Vandergriff usually very good, but pops this one up over to Heath at third. Just an unproductive out. And that's a rally killer when you're getting things going and then you have an out like that.
Ball 1 to Maddie Hubbard, getting the start at third base today. Sophomore from Huntsville, Alabama. Had a pinch hit solo home run off Carlin Pickens in game 3 of the Tennessee series.
Nice job laying off these pitches up in the zone.
Ball 4. Bama's got him loaded.
Winters going out to talk to her pitcher and her defense, trying to settle down Emma Friedel in this situation. Look at the situationals for Alabama yesterday. Haven't been where they want to be with runners on and with runners in scoring position. 0 for 4 runners in scoring position, over 6 with 2 outs, and left 4 on base. A good opportunity right here to turn that around with bases loaded.
And a great moment as well for Emma Friedel to fight through the pressure. That was something Coach Woodard was talking to us about today. He said in the regional format, especially kind of knowing they're going to be a 2-seed on the road, you can't have Jory Hurd throw every pitch. So Emma Friedel, Neely Lamb, they've got to be able to come through in moments like this. Great opportunity for the junior against Salen Hawkins. Junior versus junior, strike 1 to the Phoenix, Arizona native. Last night she was 0 for 2. Hawkins on the year, 2 for 6 with the bases loaded.
South Carolina infield pulled in, looking to go home on a ground ball. And if you're Friedel, this is where you simplify. Look, I'm a ground ball from being out of this inning because your defense can potentially turn a double play. It's really just one good pitch, try to get one out.
Hawkins batting .286 this year with runners in scoring position. That's a fair ball. The throw home is in time, and Roman is retired.
That's exactly what Emma Friedel wants to do. Roll the ground ball, let your defense take care of it. Unproductive out, and now you're one out away from getting out of this jam.
The 9-hitter Kristen White, senior out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Strike one from Friedel. Last night, White was 0 for 2. She is 2 for 3 on the year with the bases loaded. Slap foul. See the season-long numbers for White, 5 RBIs. 3 of those have come in conference play.
And just having a breakout year in her first year in Tuscaloosa.
5-star recruit coming in, Alabama Gatorade Player of the Year, as we mentioned earlier. One of 2 National Freshman of the Year finalists on the Alabama roster, along with fellow freshman pitcher Caitlin Palazzi.
Both her and Palazzi have gotten a lot of innings this year and really helped take the load off of Jocelyn Brisky. It's really been a 3-headed monster for Alabama. Who do you want to go with? And when you have options like that, it's a really good sign that your team can go deep in the postseason.
There's a strikeout, second for Vic Moten. 1 down. I think worth pointing out as well for Moten, she's pulled off the rare double as a freshman pitcher. She's won SEC Pitcher of the Week this year and Freshman of the Week.
She's just been stellar. I mean, she has great stuff, but it always helps when you're throwing up in the 70s because it's so hard to make a decision. And even if your balls don't move, if you spot them up and you're throwing 72 miles an hour, it's going to be difficult for hitters to get a barrel on that.
1-0 to Shea Anderson. Sophomore out of Moore Park, California. Had a tough game 1, was 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks.
Well, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but we talk about Palazzi and Moten being finalists for Freshman of the Year and Jocelyn Brisky, one of the front runners for SEC Pitcher of the Year. So Coach Lance McMahon has got his work cut out for him, and he's been doing a great job with this staff this year, developing the freshmen and developing Jocelyn Brisky as an upperclassman and really using them the best way that he can.
Only 68 pitches last night for Brisky in game 1. She's getting warm now. Just a bit too far inside from Moten, full count. Hawkins, what a play! Got her!
Oh my goodness, Salen Hawkins goes to her backhand in the hole. This ball is hit hard. She goes down to a knee and able to get up and throw a dart across the diamond for the out. Nice stretch by Brooke Wells at first base. Salen Hawkins, one of those stars on defense. My goodness, she makes that play look a lot easier than it is.
It was very tight, and it looked like Anderson was hoping a challenge would come from Coach Woodard, but South Carolina decides not to, and now 2 away for Lilio, who popped out in the first. Base hit out to left on an 0.
And just pokes this out into left field. She has great hand-eye coordination. Gets a pitch and battles it off and just hits it hard enough out into left field. And that's where that out by Salen Hawkins makes a big difference, because a runner on first with 2 outs, a very different situation if you're working first and second with 1 out.
Especially with Tori Inslee at the plate. Already singled today. Continuing her hot streak, Inslee. Transfer from NC State. Her sister Taylor was all ACC with the Wolfpack. High chopper, Hubbard. Good defense from the left side, and the inning ends. And a big uptick in production this season. Last year was a starter early in the season, but was really kind of in and out of a lineup by SEC tournament time when Alabama played South Carolina. This season, she has been rock solid for Patrick Murphy and has been the leadoff since the Texas series.
Well, and this offense has been so different since she moved up into that leadoff position. She sets the tone, the home runs, the RBIs up, and she pairs really well with Brooke Wells behind her. Those two are a dynamic duo in this Alabama lineup.
See on the top of the order adjust to Friedel. It was a 1-2-3 strikeout, strikeout, backwards K for Papillo, Wells, and Giles. Friedel's done great work so far.
Good take there on the corner.
Nice snare by Friedel. PFP to retire Papillo.
Seeing some good defense so far. Papillo hit this hard back at Emma Friedel. Does a good job just filling their position, making a good throw over to first base.
Strike 1 to Wells, who chased the rise ball earlier. (0-2). Last night, Wells started off her game against Jory Hurd with a K before wrapping up the outing with a 2-run homer and a double, and had that home run in the 3rd inning last night.
Really good pitch on 2 strikes. Out on the chalk, trying to get Brooke Wells to swing at it.
Stays alive. Payoff misses inside, and Wells draws the walk.
Really good at bat there for Brooke Wells. Got down in the count, watches some close pitches, and That's how you come back from a strikeout. Adjust, leave those rise balls alone, work your way on base for Marley Giles.
See what adjustments Giles makes. She got rung up on a pitch right down the heart her first time up.
I want to see Giles be aggressive on a pitch in the zone here. Takes a good swing. Yeah.
As we talked about, Giles was Alabama's best hitter last year against South Carolina, but hitless so far in 2026 against the Gamecocks. Back to Friedel, chance for two. There's one. The throw to first is not in time.
Almost another stellar defensive play. Friedel fielding her position really, really well. Tosses it over to second with a good throw. Not able to turn the double play, but still able to get that leadoff runner.
I think Coach Woodard's going to come out and ask about a maybe potential interference play at second, precluding a throw fully on time to first. And we're going to get a challenge. Let's see what South Carolina's challenging.
The call on the field is that there was no interference at second base. South Carolina is using their first challenge to review this call. Plays under further review.
Well, look at it right here. Challenging interference at second base. I don't see anything there that would indicate interference. Gray, you're looking through the rule book. Do we have anything?
I think the one concern might be because Wells made no effort to slide, but that was quick. Well, I thought it was. As they check with the replay center in Birmingham.
After further review, call on the field has been confirmed. There's no interference. We'll be playing with 2 outs, runner on first base. That's South Carolina's first challenge, 1 remaining.
So 1 challenge left for Coach Woodard, and I think after seeing the look, that's the right call.
Absolutely. I said it. I didn't think I saw anything. Brooke Wells made the effort to get out of the way once she was clearly out.
So Anna Roman, who singled her first time up. Freshman out of Oviedo, Florida.
This pitch just gets away from Emma Friedel, trying to throw that rise ball underneath her hands. Gets her on the back. Now 2 runners aboard with 2 outs.
Now comes South Carolina pitching coach Zach Parsons. Interesting to hear from Coach Woodard this week that one of the big reasons why Coach Parsons is at South Carolina is Patrick Murphy. Coach Woodard gave him a call, said, hey, we have a position open. Who are some people that have impressed you? And Coach Murphy mentioned Coach Parsons, and the rest is history.
Absolutely, and you just call on people you know and trust, and Coach Woodard doing that. You see the resume for Zach Parsons at Murray State, that pitching staff doing really, really well, for the lowest single-season ERAs in program history, and now doing a nice job with the South Carolina staff as well.
Emma Friedel has stepped up when the going's gotten tough here today. 2 on, 2 out for Jenna Young. And just like earlier in the second inning when the bases were loaded with 1 out, twice Friedel got ahead 0-2, and now 0-2 on Young.
It's exactly what you want when you have stuff that moves, like Emma Friedel as well. You get ahead with a couple strikes, and then you're really able to throw your best stuff and mess with these hitters with the movement that you have up and down.
Lifted to left. Lilio's got a beat. Inning over. Well hit opposite way by Young, but we are scoreless after 3 here in Tuscaloosa. Good one in T-Town. Don't go anywhere. Shelton, Rohde, and McKay. Both teams, they combined 1 for 9 in this game with runners on, and 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. And the first pitch ball to Shelton, who fouled out in the first. Talked about it last night. Carly Shelton comes from quite the stick and ball family. Basically everybody involved in either baseball or softball. And you're exactly right, Kaylee. I think that there's a fun movie to be made about Eric and Bonnie and for South Carolina.
And a good opportunity here for South Carolina to get something going. You've got one of your historically best hitters coming up to the plate, and it's always nice when you can work a leadoff on with no outs. You have a lot of options.
In a game that Alabama desperately needs, especially as things around the league continue to develop. I'll let you know in just a moment what we're talking about. Rohde. Strikeout in the first for the senior.
Not surprised to see South Carolina try a little execution here. This game feels like, as it continues to go on, it's going to be one of those one timely hit. So you want to work those runners into scoring position, try to put your offense in the best position to score a run, whether it's an error, hit by pitch, anything that you can do to get a run across.
Good to see a swing from the Gamecocks here in the fourth. A complete 180 from what we saw last night and earlier in this game. There's a swing from Rohde, high in the air to left. Vandegrift is able to corral it. 1 down.
Rohde just missed that. Just a little bit under it.
Now up comes Jamie McKay, who popped out. Senior from Laguna Beach, California. The transfer from Ole Miss, who has great experience, was part of that run to the Women's College World Series last year with the Rebels. Had some key hits in the elimination game against Oregon.
Some good stuff from Vic Moten right there. That's our drop ball. Cuts just a little bit, get the swing and miss.
This has popped up. Foul ground for Wells.
Designated player number 11, Kai Byers.
High chopper, Moten with the flip, inning over.
Yeah, it's like they get something going and they're able to work a runner into scoring position, but from there, just stalls in the offense. But that's also Emma Friedel on the other side doing what she does and working her best stuff. She's had some key outs and some tough situations. Exactly what coach wants to see from her in the circle.
I have seen Neely Lamb.
If you open a door for Audrey Vandegrift's speed, she is going to run through it and keep running. She gets this pitch over the heart of the plate, hits a ground ball. Murphy wants to see from his offense.
Second triple of the year for the sophomore. And now here's another sophomore, Maddie Hubbard. First pitch ball to the third baseman, back in the starting lineup today in place of Ambry Taylor, who was 0 for 3 in game 1. Hubbard walked on 4 pitches in the second. Couldn't hold up. 1-2.
Got to take a committed cut with a runner at third. It's a simple situation, especially facing a rise ball pitcher. You want to catch a rise ball out in front and just put it far enough out in the green. It'll score a run every time.
Got her. Again, Friedel gets a big strikeout with a runner in scoring position.
Friedel just getting more and more confident in these situations as this game goes on and she experiences more and more success. This pitch, great location, low and inside, and she is fired up, gets the swing and miss, continuing to get better.
And Vandegrift stays at third, and just like in the second inning, it'll be up to 8 and 9 to take advantage. Fly ball to left, and Vandegrift stays at third. 2 down.
That ball just not deep enough from Salem Hawkins. 2 unproductive outs after a leadoff triple.
It was Kristen White who struck out looking in the second to end that bases loaded chance. Opportunity with Vandegrift at third.
Well, if I'm Kristen White and I just saw my 2 teammates get out, I'm thinking, let me put my offense on my back, come through here, and that way take the pressure off, feel a little bit better. Right now, feels like the pressure is coming on for offense.
Over to short. The throw to first is in time. Emma Friedel works around the leadoff triple to keep this game scoreless. And the Sooners. And of course, that loss, has Crimson Tide and Gator fans rejoicing as Alabama and Florida look to try and find a way to at least share the regular season title with Oklahoma. But also, it ramps up the importance of this game right here, where Alabama's had a lot of chances, but still nothing across. 0-0 with South Carolina.
It does, and if you're Alabama, you have to take care of your business. You can't let storylines like that going into the last weekend get in the way of, hey, the job is each day go out there and go 1-0. That has to be the focus, and I think if you're Alabama, don't even focus on what's going on around the conference. If you win today, win tomorrow, you know, you have control of your own destiny. You need a couple doors to open, but they have to focus on what's going on right here.
Good stuff from Moten so far today. Facing the bottom of the order, starting off with Lexi Winters, who's 0 for 1. 2-2 is laced to left, and that's down in front of Vandegrift. Leadoff single for the Gamecocks here in the 5th.
Winters with a good piece of hitting on a pitch, low and in, gets her barrel extended out in front, hits it hard, drops it in for a single.
And we'll see a pinch runner over at first for the catcher Winters. Nia McKnight, the sophomore out of Loganville, Georgia, will come and run.
Attention please, pinch running for South Carolina, number 22, Nia McKnight.
And a new hitter for Coach Woodard as well, Tate Davis, who we saw get the start in game one, will hit for Natalie Heath. Ole Miss transfer out of Greer, South Carolina, was 0 for 2 with a walk in game one. Wonder if this is a bunt situation. Swinging away, and she'll take strike one.
I want to see Vic Moten right here work her drop ball, try to roll a ground ball. Salem Hawkins is pulled up the middle. This defense wants to turn a double play.
Maybe a chance. There's one. The throw to first is not in time. Great job by Davis getting down the line.
We almost called it, Gray. Salem Hawkins gets a hard ground ball, throws it over to Jenna Young, tries to turn a double play, but Tate Davis scooting down the line.
And we'll see another pinch hitter for the Gamecocks. The Florida transfer, junior out of Norco, California, Alyssa Hovermail. Had that pinch hit single last night on the infield that led to an error that tied up the ball game.
I say it over and over again, good things happen when you put the ball in play. She came in ready to hit and just able to find a hole.
South Carolina's put it in play all day. Just 2 strikeouts for Moten. So 1 down for Brooke Wells, and before this crucial AB, Winters will go have a word with Friedel. Massive for Friedel to have success against Papillo, who's 0 for 3, and we've seen Wells strike out and walk so far today.
Yeah, the game completely changes when Alexis Papillo is able to work herself on before Brooke Wells, because then the options open up for Alabama and teams have to pitch to the hottest hitter in this lineup. So I think Lexi Winters just taking her time to go out there and talk to her pitcher, find out, hey, what are you comfortable with? Because sometimes it's not necessarily about what the pitcher has in her arsenal. It's more about how she's feeling on any given day with that pitch. And so just finding out what she's confident in and how she wants to approach Brooke Wells.
Wells did a nice job laying off the rise when she drew that walk. Let's see what happens in round 3 between these two. We've seen constant work the last few innings for Jory Hurd and Neely Lamb in the Carolina bullpen. But Friedel has stepped up every time there's been pressure. Heath at third, nice snag, 2 down.
Emma Friedel showing up again. 1 good pitch, 1 out. She just keeps getting better and better as this game goes on and using her best stuff. You can tell it's moving, both her rise ball and her drop ball.
Base is clear for Marley Giles, who's 0 for 2. Jam job to shallow left, base hit.
Adjustment from Giles to come up and be aggressive, swing at the first pitch that she sees. Gets it on the hands, but it doesn't matter. It's a 2-out single.
Anna Roman's had a good day. Singled in the second, hit by pitch in the third. Got home run number 12 in game 1 against Tennessee. That last hit by Giles, Alabama's first with 2 outs here this weekend.
Well, 2 outs, so what, right? It's on the foul pole, and one of the mantras the Alabama offense tries to rally around is, it doesn't matter how many outs they have, still being aggressive, anything can happen. Outs, they've been wanting that all series long, finally finding it here in the 5th inning.
And so fascinating that it came after Friedel, with relative ease, got through Papillo and Wells, but Giles and Roman in the 3 and 4 spots take advantage, and now Jenna Young looking to keep it going.
Was the adjustment from Anna Roman. She took the check swing on the rise ball, and then next pitch takes a decisive swing, hits it out in the right center gap.
Young 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. There's another check swing by Alabama, 1 and 2. After the RBI double by Roman, she advanced on the throw. The 1-2 to Young, high. Obviously, for Emma Friedel, the moment remains massive. Trying to keep it to just the 1 run. Give your team a shot to tie it up with just 1 swing. Top of the order is due up in the 6th for the Gamecocks. Got her looking. Friedel freezes Young to win the frame, but Alabama gets on the board. A .978 fielding percentage, 11th in D1. Interestingly, entering the weekend, Alabama was 7th in the conference. If you look at fielding percentages, most of the top 10 is SEC teams.
It's the level of play in this conference. And Patrick Murphy said in his interview, you should always get consistency from your starting pitcher and your defense. Now, hitting can be sporadic, timely hitting especially, but you want a good start and good defense. That should be consistent throughout the whole season. And it's really ticket to play in the conference, right? I mean, if your defense is opening up doors for these offenses and the teams that are playing in the SEC, not a recipe for success when you're playing such tough teams.
Well, a great example of it was last night. Before the game was suspended, Oklahoma was up 5-3 on Texas A&M with 5 unearned runs. Now, A&M did come back and wrap it up today, but can't give opponents in this conference any kind of extra outs.
No, you have to be able to do the routine things right and even get the plus plays here and there. That's what the great teams do to separate themselves. And if you watch the level of play at the top of this conference, the margin of error is so, so small.
2-2 for Lelio, and she fights it off. Speaking of defense, a new right fielder for Patrick Murphy, as Larissa Pruitt comes in for Roman. Coach Murphy loves that arm that Pruitt has, best on the team, he says.
You know, on that defensive conversation, Gray, I had a coach growing up who used to tell me that a lot of times it's not the team who wins it, it's the team who loses it. And I think we see that so often in this conference where it's an error here, it's a pass ball there. Last night, it's the wild pitch. You know, the margin of error being small, it's the teams that lose it sometimes.
This is way in the air for Lelio, and that'll get into the Carolina bullpen. And South Carolina trying to take advantage. Third time through, seeing Moten, top of the order. You've got Inslee on deck, and Lelio, who's already reached today with a single.
Lelio doing her job, working a great at-bat and finding her way over to first base for the hottest hitter in the lineup.
Another pinch runner for the Gamecocks, the Kennesaw State transfer, Lexi Shaver, out of Riverton, Utah, redshirt junior. And here is Inslee, 1 for 2 with a single. Team leading 13 home runs, and most of those have come in the last few games. Nice stop by Giles.
If I'm Moten, I'm not coming anywhere near knowing you got that swing and miss on the rise ball out of the zone, going right back there.
This is popped up. Long run for Pruitt in foul ground. Catch made. Big out to retire Inslee and keep Shaver at first.
And beautifully executed by Vic Moten. I was just saying it, go back to that rise ball. You got the swing and miss. She does it and ends up getting the pop out.
Second baseman number 33, Carly Shelton.
But past Inslee, you still have to worry about Carly Shelton. On the ground, Young, the throw to second. What a play to get the lead runner.
Another stellar defensive play from this middle infield. It's the range. They can go into these holes and take away hits. Jenna Young going into the 3-4 hole. She plants her feet, turns, and erases the leadoff runner. Great play.
Man, Jenna Young, Sale, and Hawkins are showing off here in this ball game, and there have been a lot of chances for South Carolina to get someone in scoring position, but no ABs risk here in this game.
This is the level of defense that carries a team to Oklahoma City. It's these plays that you're going to see in the Super Regionals, in the World Series, teams making. You have to going down the stretch, and they are showing off here today.
Moten looking to get through it against Ariana Rohde, 0 for 2 with a K and a foul out. As we talked about earlier, last year set the South Carolina single-season home run record, had a couple homers against Alabama in the SEC tournament. The 3-1. Ball 4. South Carolina will have a chance with the runner in scoring position here in the 6th.
Marley Giles going out to talk to Vic Moten. See Lance McMahon come out as well. A couple wild pitches there. And again, just talking approach. What feels good? What do you want to go with? I mean, the plan right here is get a pop-up or a ground out. I mean, an out any way you can to get out of this inning. So what are you confident in?
The freshman has been really spectacular today. Even with the strikeouts down, just 2. The defense has had her back. South Carolina 0 for 10 today with runners on. But Jamie McKay is looking to flip the script. With Ansley Bennett, the pinch runner, now on first for Rhodey. Speed aboard for the Gamecocks. Oh for 2 day for the senior McKay. Out towards right, that's drifting, and it is a foul ball. Dangerous, but it's just a strike.
So close over on this right field line from Jamie McKay. Just foul, inches.
That likely would have given South Carolina the lead.
Absolutely. And that's a tough place in the field. When you get it out into that right field corner, it's running for days.
Oh, 2 outside. Out towards center field. White makes the grab. Vic Moten escapes again. Who some of those Supers hosts will be. There are 7 teams that are in a really good spot, as that's mishandled by Rhodey, but oh no, it got out of her glove. A slippery softball, and Audrey Vandegrift is aboard.
Ariana Rhodey is so solid at first base. Golden Glove winner over there. This ball just gets away from her a little bit, and Audrey Vandegrift running hard. Good on Audrey Vandegrift to turn around and touch first base. Just a weird play, but either way ends up with a runner on first base for Alabama.
Coach Woodard out to have a word with Brian Crochet from behind the plate. You could see the umpires communicating with each other, maybe asking about all aspects of that play. And I think Coach Woodard will challenge.
Ruling on the field is there is no interference by the batter runner on the play at first base. This will be an umpire challenge. This is our challenge of the game. Plays under further review.
So an umpire challenge.
We see Vandegrift step into the field of play. She has that lane, that runner's lane.
After further review, there is no batter-runner interference. The runner is safe.
That was quick. Couldn't even find the rule in the rule book to confirm. Birmingham took care of it, and Vandegrift is aboard.
Absolutely. I think that's the right call. Just a softball play. Softball scoots away, and Vandegrift aboard.
Third baseman, number 81, Monty Hubbard.
And an opportunity for Monty Hubbard after the error charged to Rhodey, the Gold Glove winner. That's something you see often. Nice bunt. Sacrifice executed. Vandegrift on second.
very good textbook softball from Hubbard to move a runner into scoring position. And Alabama will go with a pinch hitter here.
Now we've seen the 8 and 9 spot, Hawkins and White, who've made nice plays defensively, come up empty with runners in scoring position here in this game. So Alabama will turn to the starter the last few weeks over at third, Ambry Taylor, the freshman from Jasper, Alabama.
Cooled off a little bit, but she had a very big hot streak in the middle of this season, worked her way from a pinch hitter into the lineup. Not in the starting lineup today, but she has a big bat, those 9 home runs.
Big cut. Was looking for 10, but came up empty. On the flip side, this has been where it has risen to the occasion often. Alabama 0 for 8 today with runners in scoring position.
Around it just a little bit. Let it get a little bit deeper. Try to go opposite field.
Beautiful from Friedel. Called strike 3.
And again, Friedel just getting better with runners in scoring position. And this is some of her best stuff. She throws this drop ball on the outside corner. I mean, that is a beauty. And Ambry Taylor frozen for strike 3.
7 Ks for Emma Friedel. 4 have been looking. And Patrick Murphy will dip into the dugout yet again. Be the junior. Lauren Johnson, Franklin, Tennessee native. Batting .278 on the year. Conference play has been a bit of a slog for Johnson, hitting just .118 this season against SEC opponents. Last season, though, it was Lauren Johnson who often came up with the clutch hits for the Crimson Tide. Vandegrift steals.
So much speed. See her take off and nobody awake. Works her way over to third.
12 of 16 now in swipes this year.
This is a big insurance run for Alabama if they can cash in. You go from a solo home run tying this up to needing a runner to get on base for South Carolina in the 7th.
Lauren, the second Johnson sister to play for Patrick Murphy. Older sister Jenna was all SEC. Trying to bring in Vandegrift from third. Payoff from Emma Friedel. Popped up on the infield. Heath will make the grab. Inning over. Emma Friedel has pitched a gem, but the offense needs to help her out. We go to the 7th. Alabama leading 1. Front runners for SEC Pitcher of the Year, the junior Jocelyn Brisky.
Brisky has been so consistent all season. You see last night she had 4 strikeouts. It wasn't her best outing. South Carolina was barreling her up, but she's coming in to close this game because of who she's been all year.
It was a great performance by Moten, and now Brisky on to try and get the save. South Carolina went first pitch hack last night, it paid dividends the first time through against Brisky. And now Byers, Winters, and Heath will try and conjure up some 7th inning magic.
The approach for Jocelyn Brisky when teams are swinging early and often against you, move the ball. Move the ball through the zone. You cannot leave your pitches flat. Saw her drop ball cut right there.
We talked about this during the break, and I think it's an underrated storyline in this game. South Carolina's fallen behind 0-2 a lot, but the 2-strike approach has been really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, they've done well battling back and working themselves into more favorable counts when they do get behind. Come up with some key hits.
Snared by Wells, 1 down.
I mean, even that ball is hit.
In steps Lexi Winters. She takes the first pitch outside. The senior's 1 for 2, a single in the 5th and a ground out back in the 2nd. Way up in the sky. 2 away. And now South Carolina will turn to the player they call Big Bat Nat. Natalie Heath. 7 career home runs, 6 have come against ranked teams.
She is who they want up in this situation because she just gets better and better when the game is on the line.
Moten struck out Heath in the 3rd.